Part 3. My girlfriend's family claimed they were struggling financially and I paid their bills for 3 years while planning our wedding. Then I accidentally walked into her brother's luxury penthouse and discovered documents proving they had a $47 million trust fund the whole time. So I exposed everything at the rehearsal dinner and their grandmother disinherited all of them. The rehearsal dinner essentially ended after that. Guests were uncomfortable and started leaving. My family and friends stayed with me, supportive but shocked by what I had revealed. Tyler told me I'd done the right thing exposing them. Update 1. I learned what happened in Patricia's private meeting with her family from Emma's cousin who reached out to me. Patricia was absolutely furious. She had not known about any of this manipulation. In her mind, her grandchildren had been raised with wealth and privilege and should have been humble and generous, not scheming and manipulative. Patricia had always been very particular about her family's reputation and values. She had built her wealth through honest business practices and expected her descendants to act with integrity. Learning that they had systematically defrauded someone who was supposed to join the family was unacceptable to her. Within days of the rehearsal dinner, Patricia contacted her estate attorney. She revised her entire estate plan. The $50 million that was to be distributed among the grandchildren when she passed was redirected entirely to charitable organizations she supported. She also added provisions to the existing trust funds that any grandchild involved in the scheme against me would have their trust fund distributions delayed by an additional 10 years. This meant Emma, Claire, and Nathan would not access their trust funds until they were 45 instead of 35. Given that Emma was 29, Claire was 24, and Nathan was 32, this was a significant punishment. They would watch their cousins who had not been involved access their money while they had to wait years longer. Patricia also made it clear that Richard and Susan, while not directly losing inheritance since they were her son and daughter-in-law rather than direct heirs, had lost her respect and would no longer be involved in any family business decisions or charitable foundation activities they had previously helped manage. Emma tried desperately to contact me, begging me to talk to Patricia and explain it was not that bad. She offered to pay back every penny they had taken from me with interest. She said she still loved me and wanted to fix this. I told her we were done and I would not be speaking to her grandmother on her behalf. The wedding was obviously cancelled. I lost some deposits on things that could not be refunded, but since I had paid for everything, at least I did not have to fight with Emma's family over who was responsible for what. I considered suing them for the money they had taken under false pretenses, but my lawyer said it would be difficult to prove fraud since I had given the money voluntarily, even if based on lies. Instead, I focused on rebuilding my finances and moving on. The $97,000 hurt, but I still had my job and could recover. I also had my dignity and the satisfaction of knowing I had exposed their manipulation publicly. Update 2. 6 months after the rehearsal dinner disaster, my life had improved significantly. I threw myself into work and got promoted to senior engineer with a substantial raise. I started dating again and met someone genuine who had her own career and financial independence. Her name was Sophie and she worked in healthcare administration. Emma's situation deteriorated considerably. Word spread about what her family had done. In a city like Austin where everyone is connected through tech and business circles, the story got around. People knew that Emma and her family had scammed someone for nearly $100,000 despite being wealthy. Her reputation was destroyed. She had to leave her teaching position. While the school district never officially said why they did not renew her contract, parents had complained when they heard about the situation. They did not want their children taught by someone who had demonstrated such poor character and ethics. Claire lost her marketing job when the startup discovered the truth about her character. Nathan's insurance brokerage suffered when several clients moved their business elsewhere, not wanting to work with someone who had participated in financial fraud against a family member's partner. Richard and Susan's businesses